Well, good morning, everybody. Why do we have a live pop-up today? It just got up. It's cold and rainy morning outside, so I thought, well, football game I want to watch doesn't start for another hour and a half, so thought I'd come on and entertain you guys if I could. And if you're going to catch us on the replay, make sure you give us a thumbs up, hit the alert bell, and subscribe to the channel. We also have memberships, PayPal available, super chats, all of that stuff. But most importantly, if you just subscribe to the channel, watch our videos, I would appreciate that. So, I hope everybody is doing beautiful today. Work on checking some email this morning. Dennis is in the house. Dennis, thank you for being here. Oh, well, Dennis, thank you once again for the kindness. Jack is awake, I see. Football edits. He's from overseas somewhere. Dennis, good morning. Thank you. Appreciate you. We're still kind of having a rough morning over yesterday. Football, I think, is from Nigeria, who wants to come to America. I talked with a man. He said, no good Europe. I go to USA. Europe, bad job. Well, all right. I don't think you're not going to easily get into America, but that's all right. Well, Dennis, we have the two wiener dogs, right, Dennis? Lily, the red dog, was the one that got hit by the car this year. And so now, you haven't seen, she's wearing a cone of shame because somehow she scratched her cornea and they think that she's going to go blind. So we got her in a cone of shame and we got her on medicine and eye drops and we got to keep her that away. We got to keep this dog that away for 10 days to try to get the cornea to heal, or technically for the new cornea cells to attach to the cornea. Otherwise, they rub the new cells off because it itches when the new cells on the cornea start to grow back. So we've been doing that. But Thursday night, Daisy, our black dog, that's the one that's always spending so much time in my lap. I noticed her, she had an strange heartbeat. So, and instead of being kind of like, it was like, boom, boom, just boom. So got up Friday morning, took her to my local vet. Her blind dog, had a blind dog. We tried eye operation, very expensive. It did not work, but adapted. I know. And that's kind of partly where we're at. Yeah, dog's sick. They are sick. So I took Daisy to the vet and my black dog. And my vet told me, well, we're going to give her a bunch of medicine. It's going to supposedly, if this works, it will calm her heart down and put it back into a normal rhythm. But at his office, his clinic, there wasn't a lot that he could do. So we bought the medicine. It's like $400 for all this. We get her home, we get her on the medicine, and he tells me now, look, she doesn't get better in 4 hours. You need to take her to the vet emergency hospital, but call me in 4 hours before you do. And so I call him, we go over everything verbally. He's like, yeah, I think one of the best things you can do just as a precautionary tale, because we try to side of caution, is to take her to the vet. So we took her to the vet, hospital. That cost us another $500 by the time we got out of there. So they did a whole bunch of more tests that he couldn't do, found out that she had an extremely weird, which is weird, extremely low blood pressure. They talked about, and I didn't know this, but dogs, like, let's say for instance, dogs are nervous when they go to the vet. So when they get their blood pressure done at the vet, it can range anywhere from 130, 50, 60, 70, 200 even. And they kind of consider that kind of normal. Well, Daisy's was only 90, and that was at an excited, nervous stage. So we had to take her off one of the medicines that we put her on because that doctor theorized that could have been affecting that. They couldn't find anything wrong except for she has an extremely large heart, and their theory is the interior walls have weakened. So after going back and forth, they gave us a bill. We paid that bill. They gave us another bill for next Wednesday for $1,000 to come back and haul all these other tests. But Lorelai was smart enough and rightfully asking the questions, well, what's the prognosis and is it going to change after all of this stuff? And they're like, well, no, there's nothing you can do. We can't fix her heart. There's just nothing we can do. And so, but they wanted us to come back Wednesday, spend another $1,000 for all these other heart tests, but nothing would change. So we decided when we got home that we weren't going to do that. Partly because they would have to put her to sleep to do some of these and all this other crap. And as somebody with heart failure, look, I'm a human and I don't want to go through it. So I decided that I wasn't going to put my doggie through that. So we found out that Daisy is now in heart failure. We don't know longevity, what's going to happen. We have got some meds for her. There is a heart med that we can give her that's supposed to help long term. So she's on that, but we'll just see. So that's kind of what's going on there, Dennis. But I thank you for asking. Whether it's right or wrong, our dogs are very special to me. So, let's see. Alex, it's okay. I know English is not your first language, so it's just fine. Your English is a little... But what you can do is listen and watch live streams to pick up your English better. Dennis, hello to everybody in timeout. Jack, you out-dodged Dennis. Better a Dodger than a Yankee. I guess the Dodgers won the World Series. I haven't been following baseball here lately. Don't be jelly, Dennis. Ooh, jelly donut, yum, yum. Appreciate that, Dennis. And ours are, because we don't have kids. And, after my coma and all my health issues, my dogs have done a lot for me. So, but what can you do? We got to kind of wrap our minds around with the fact sooner than later that they may not be in our lives as long as we want them to be. So, yeah, Jack says, I taught my maintenance guy English just by letting him listen to me talk, actually. Especially if you can do word association. Penis. Dog. Car. Alex has no dog in Nigeria. I have a cat. I wonder why you have no dogs Why no dogs in Nigeria? Flashlight. That's it. Does somebody want to hanker a guess? I could see why they would have cats in Nigeria, but I wonder why they don't have dogs. So that's what we've been dealing with all morning, all weekend, all week, is our stinking dogs again. I mean, this puts us up to about 80, I would say, yeah, 85 to $8,800 in vet bills for this year alone, in vet bills, where we normally have more than a couple $100. So it's a shitty month, a shitty year. So, how's everybody doing this morning, Dennis? How are you? How's your traveling going? Jack, what's up in your part of the world? So, I'm just getting woke up, getting caught up, checking the messages and good stuff. Seeing what's going on. We got cold weather here. Cold and rainy, which is good. We need more rain. $8,800 is big money, very big money. I did, Bobby. I sure did. And I have some disappointing news for you. She said that since it's you, I mean, this is what's going to be disappointing, that instead of $1,000 a night, you would have to pay $1,250 a night, $1,250 a night, $1,250. So she jacked the price up on you another $250 a night. Sorry, you know. Battling a fever for 3 days now, but I did a live stream for an hour 2 hours ago. Well, that's good. Why do you have a fever? Yes, dogs can be very expensive. They can be, and they're worth it for the most part, right? I mean, you know, I'm real big on where do you break the quality of life cycle. 20 years ago, the eye operation was 5K. Can't imagine what it is now. We'd have to travel to another province, so an extra 1,000. Yeah, right, Dennis. It's just, you know. And the sad thing, to be honest, Dennis, I wouldn't spend that money on me. I mean, I'm the type of person that, I would rather spend it on my dog than myself. So I'm willing to whip out the money, and Lorelai's like, wait a second, we need to think about what are we getting for that money, and is it going to do any good? They said it's not going to do any good. We would just know more why her heart is bad. But they couldn't fix it no matter what. Why would you even ask her if you know she would do that? Wow. Well, because I'm married. If I don't ask my wife, I get beat, man. I'm talking about boom. You know, I start getting really bad tasting food. You know, you gotta ask the wife. You know, I start getting, you know, when she cooks rice, I get the burnt stuff, and she takes away my favorite drinks and make me drink water. You know, won't let me have sugar. You know, won't give me any candy, stuff like that, man. Wives are tough. Footballers in Nigeria, I build houses and get, wow, that's big money. $500 a week, holy shit. Why would you want to come to America? You're not going to get $500 a week here. Are you freaking crazy? Jack, how are you feeling? Why do you have a headache, Jack? I guess I was going where I was going with that. Humans, we all get sick, and having the money to get checkup and possible, but fully covered insurance, max $5 copay. See, that's good. That is good. I'm just a weird guy. I don't like doctors. Every time you go to the doctor, they always find something wrong. You know, I guess that's why we go, because there's something wrong. I guess is the theory, right? But I don't like going because I've never been to a doctor when they've gone, everything's great, see ya. I've always been to a doctor and they've gone, You know, have you thought about this? Or have you had this done? Has anybody checked this lately? What? Check what? I didn't know I had a car in my stomach. Check my car oil. I didn't know that was anything. Oh yeah, very common, you know. So, Alex says, small money, I get 20. That's a shitload of money, man. You can't live on, you can't do that better here in America. Alex, here, let me explain to you how this really works in America, all right? And I know your English is not good, but 24,000 in Nigeria is way better money than you will ever get in America. Because even if you make 50,000 in America, everything costs 10 times to have. Cars are 10 times more. Gas is more. Food is more. So your 24,000 is really like 4,000 to live on. It's not apples to apples. And people in foreign countries need to understand it's expensive to live here. It's way more expensive than your own country is. I promise you. Look, this costs $37. This is one can of juice. $37. Two Yorkies, oh, twins, yeah. Lulu died, oh my God. Yeah, you know, Dennis, that's part of what we worry about is our two dogs, they've been together since 6 months. We got the black one, Daisy, first, and we got Lily after that because they needed, wiener dogs, little dogs need companions. But they're thicker than thieves. They've been together through everything. They are, you know, joined at the hip. So, and one of them dies, the other one's not gonna last. Yeah, it's brutal. So one thing I gotta do this week is just to make sure, just in case, I need to call our vet and find out, because I never asked him, if he has a pet disposal service. So that, because we don't like to keep we don't want to keep the ashes of our dogs, but I want to be able to quickly take them somewhere to be incinerated, so we don't have to deal with that drama. Well, we don't like to keep, we had a cat that died some years ago. We just keep the collars. We don't keep the ashes. Bobby, I got my fan on full blast to keep me from not sweating. It's a pain in the butt, but I'm taking meds I had left over from the last year, so it helps a little bit. Good. Maybe you need to sweat more. Maybe you need to sweat out the infection or the fever, Jack. See, Alex, that's what I'm talking about. So you're all excited about how much money you think you can make in America. Alex, I'm going to do something for you. Okay. Alex, you see this piece of paper? This is reality in America. I wanted to tell you, this is a $100 bill. I want you to pretend that this is $100, okay? That you just received from your job. This part goes to the federal government. This part goes to the state government. This part goes to Social Security Administration. This part goes to cover your health care through the government. This, then you gotta take money out for your retirement, okay? Here may be tools and equipment that you bought from your employer to help build houses. So you're left with this. See it? That's the way it is in America. We've kept the ashes, well, my ex has them, but I'm sure I could keep them for a while. Yeah, I don't think we want to do that, Dennis. We have pictures and things, and I think I would rather just keep their collars and do it that way. I've kept my dog's cremations and the collars because I love them, just saying. Well, no, I love mine. I just don't. I don't know. I believe in cremation. I want to be cremated, but I don't. I mean, Lorelai would probably keep my ashes, even though I don't want her to. I would rather be thrown out in the ditch somewhere and let the rain take me away. Bobby says, that's a good point, Mr. Hartman, because you're the brightest, the most intelligent, the superest YouTuber in the entire planet. You need to work with your body, not against your body. If it wants to sweat, let it sweat. I really believe sweating is really good for your body. It's not so good for the way your house smells, but it's good for your body. Been drinking plenty of water. Good, good. Federal tax is about 35%. State tax, Social Security tax, FICA, state employment tax. You're lucky to get home 30 to 35% of your pay. So, and remember, this one can, I know you're in Nigeria and it costs 20 cents, it costs $37. So you're not making the same money here. Henry, yeah. He was live with us last night. He might pop up. It's early there. He may be running around. It's Saturday. So I think buys a whole lot of people's arm candy. I think she's enjoying being arm candy. She's getting a lot of love from the weirdos on the internet. So I think she's excited about that. State tax in Michigan is cheap. Nice. Good, good. See you later, Alex. Be careful. Enjoy your kitty cat. Yeah, we got a bunch of running around today. 9 people watching. How come we only got 3 thumbs ups? What's going on with you guys? Let me know who's not giving us a thumbs up and who's in the background. Drop us a chat. Let us know who's all here. So yeah, Dennis, that's our big missing dilemma with our puppies, our dogs. But today we gotta, sorry, hang on. We gotta do some running around. And so part of what we don't know what happened is we don't know what triggered her heart to malfunction now. The enlarged heart has been there for years and years, but the doctors theorize that something happened. Maybe some fibrous material on one of the heart valves broke loose or is changed, and that's what's causing the loud heartbeat. It's not out of the rhythm or anything, so the heart's working just fine. It's just pumping a lot harder than it should, but she doesn't seem to be under distress. I mean, she's not a young puppy anymore, but she doesn't seem to be under a great amount of distress. She's just a little bit more lethargic than normal. Flamingo's in the house. Hello to you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up as you come in, Flamingo. So what we have to, we theorized, and it's really just theories, that, she could have jumped down wrong one day, and, the dogs, their hearts are right here, and the winter dog's bodies like this. Or, the more we think about it, we don't know. The doctor even said, asked if she'd been eating anything like chocolate or anything, because sometimes, foods that they're not supposed to have can put them into the sugar can, I don't know how to explain it this morning, but you know what I mean? It can overstimulate them, And we found after the Halloween party we had, Dennis, that there is definitely chocolate sugary cupcakes smeared on a few of our walls. So I get the impression that at least one or two of the little kids ran around with chocolate cupcakes, you know, and got it all over the house. So our dogs would have easily have licked that up. So that might be a possibility. We don't know. We just don't know. Or it could just be natural. Everybody said hello to Flamingo. Now I am son's dog babysitter. There you go. My ex-new dog sitter. I wish we had a dog sitter. And we now people are going to be scared to death to babysit our dogs because they think they're going to die on us. We got friends that are willing to do it, but now I can tell that they're paranoid that they're going to kill our dogs while we're gone. So Lorelai decided, yes, oh, we're never going on vacation again. I'm like, fuck. You know, 10 people watching, 5 thumbs up. Thank you for being here, everybody. Buttercup, good to see you again. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Jake's Vlog USA, hello. Good to have you here. Thank you for being back this morning. I hope everything's going great for you two this morning. How are things in y'all's part of the world? It's in the mid-50s here. Cool. Looks like it's going to rain. I did, Bobby. I told her you were very good at dogs, and that's why she raised your rent. Because she doesn't want somebody else. She doesn't want our dogs liking somebody better than they like us. So, Johnny is here from somewhere. Hello from Greece. Thank you for being here from Greece. Thank you for the thumbs up. Good morning to you. You're welcome. Thank you for subscribing to our channel there. Johnny, how are things in Greece? It's one of my bucket list countries is to come to Greece. You got to go back to, Christmas around the corner. Thanksgiving, we were getting ready to, and that's part of our dilemma. We're having a small Thanksgiving, so I'm not worried about that. Very small, just 5 or 6 of us. But we were planning the community, I don't know, they were wanting a really big Christmas party here on December the 14th. So we got to kind of decide here pretty quick whether we're going to go forward with it or cancel it due to the dog. So I just don't know what I'm going to do. So, but Jake is from Germany, so he's going back for a Christmas break. I think that's great, Jake. I'd love to go to Germany over Christmas. I would like to go to Norwegian, that's a cruise line. I can't even think this morning, I'm so tired. Switzerland, somewhere in Northern Europe for Christmas one time where they get really into the Christmas spirit. I think that would be cool. Can't wait for that. I love German Christmas. Absolutely. Yeah, Johnny from Greece is saying, nice weather but bad economy. Yeah, we remember when you guys had to do a bailout or a bankruptcy a few years back now. Well, the funny thing, Jake, about Christmas, and everybody's watching, and our friends that are in the Philippines and that have a Philippine association, it's already Christmas time in the Philippines. You know, it started back in September, and they go bonkers. They have no snow or cold weather. So you know Santa's not going there, but they celebrate Christmas like half of the year. I like German beer too. I do. I gotta admit, I like the Irish Guinness, but German beer is excellent. So, but I would like to go to an authentic German village where they really get into the Christmas spirit. I think that'd be cool to see. My son X really appreciate my doggy care home business because they have someone they can trust and no fee. Yeah, I agree, Dennis. We wish we had that. Like I said, we would go on, here in a few years, I could see us going on cruises 5 or 6 times a year, but we don't have anybody around us that we can trust with our dogs. And we don't want to leave them in a kennel full of 10,000 other dogs where all they get is a little bit of attention when somebody brings them one morsel of food, you know. Wouldn't it be cold there? Yes, it would be. But wouldn't it be cool to see in the wintertime? I know. I could do it once. As long as my hotel or my I envision my ski lodge, with a big fireplace and crackling bullshit, and hot German beer and, hot German food, and you can sit out and overlook the cute little city. So, no more snows in the house. Hey, my friend, how are you? Yep, September to September. That's it. That's what we're talking about. Nothing like Christmas in the Philippines. Not even in Germany does it compare to the Philippines. Jack saying hello to you, young Sanders. I can come to the house and doggy sit for you. Well, Dennis, we'd actually trust you to do that. We've learned our hard way that we prefer somebody to come to the house and stay with our dogs versus our dogs going to somebody else's house. Our dogs do better when they're in their house. But Dennis, we would actually take you up on that. One, because we know you're not going to steal my wife's jewelry like the person who house sitted for us before did. So, we lost about $10,000 that 10 days. We come back finding a bunch of her jewelry missing, and the girl had a new car. Not a brand new car, but another car. Hot beer is not for me. Bobby says, Mexicans make the best beer. Oh, no, that's nasty. Modelo gives me headache. I don't know why. And I really don't know why, because Corona doesn't do anything for me. To me, it's just like drinking tea. But Modelo gives me a bad headache. I mean, one beer of those, and man, I start getting a headache. So I don't like Modelo. We're good heading to Kuala Lumpur tomorrow. Great. Man, you're just a traveling man. I'm a traveling man. Just count all just before I come. We will do it. Sanders is asking what's up with Jack. Jack has a headache today. He's unwilling to heed medical advice from all of us professional doctors on the internet. Instead, he's going with his own theories about treating his medical. Oh, wait a minute, Bobby. Now, I didn't understand that you could make tamales. Now, if you can cook really good food, now we might have a different story there. You should have led with that. You should have led with that one. I beg to differ with the liking of Mexican beer. I always have a headache and rotten gut. That's kind of what Modelo does to me. I just don't like it, What's tomorrow's forecast? WTF. What's tomorrow's forecast? Well, it's supposed to be cool and rainy here. I don't know what the forecast is. You're not being degraded. I'm just telling everybody that you're going with your own medical advice, not listening to our medical advice because you have a headache. That's not degrading you. I'm telling you that you're focused on your own medical advice versus listening to all of us internet doctors. Not real doctors, internet doctors. Sean says it was 89 degrees in Cavite, Philippines today. We probably won't get above 65. And I'm going to watch Razorback football in a little bit and watch Razorback probably get beat the crap out of by Ole Miss, stinking team. Dennis says, I boil water. Back off, Bobby. That's right. This is my gig. Yeah, we'll see. Got competition there, Bobby. When I know my body. I have a fever FM radio station? A fever on FM radio? Or, is that an L? FML. fluid milliliters. It's actually not fluid milliliters. It's, you know, milliliters stands for liters. So FML, Jack. I don't know. We're just trying to give you some free medical advice. Most people in the world would love to have free medical advice from me and Dennis and, Sean. Well, he didn't give you any, but he would have. Bobby tried to help. We're just trying to give you free medical advice so you don't got to pay for it. That's not so bad. So, yeah, what I try to do now, I got to prepare for if we come home and Daisy's dead. So, she could live another 2 or 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. We just don't know. Or she could die tomorrow. Man, I'm telling you, it's going to be a bad day if my dogs die. You people will be very lucky that you're not in my presence. So, Bobby says, Jack is stubborn. He'd rather be sick than listen to anyone. I know, and we're giving him free. This advice, I could charge, if you came into my clinic, I could charge you, I don't know, $2 or $3 for. I can make a lot of money giving medical advice. Jack just doesn't appreciate our willingness to go the extra mile for his benefit. He just doesn't. Oh. Well, and here's what I love about YouTube. I'm getting to love YouTube. I love all these acronyms like FML that people come up with, but nobody knows what the hell they are. Or at least, I'm going to have to get another gigantic notebook out and start writing every little abbreviation or acronym for things that, fuck my life, I got to use acronyms because there isn't much room for me to explain a simple thing without being taken out of context and not read correctly. Well, I'm not going to read it correctly. I'm going to interpret it the way that makes me entertained. And Jack needs arm candy. Or maybe Jack needs air conditioning. Dennis, what do you think? Which would you think Jack would prefer, arm candy or air conditioning? Because in my world, AC means air conditioning. But hey, I'm just a #1 YouTube star in the world. So what do I know about any of this? But fantasy life, Jack, is more fun than reality life. So, and nobody's taking anything out of context. I'm just busting your bubble. But everybody, Lorelai told me the other day that she is my arm candy, by the way, Dennis, because we were talking about Bai and a couple of the other women that have been coming around and stuff. And Flamingo's still here. I don't know if he is not. He's desperate for a woman. And we have a new follower called Soul Soother, Diana, who's apparently single down in Oklahoma, that he's also been drooling over. And so Flamingo is very interested in these women, and he's very interested in finding his own arm candy. And Lorelai asked about you the other day, Dennis. I said, yeah, he's doing good. He was traveling and working and all that good stuff. And that's where he asked if you were still referring to her as Henry's arm candy, and I said yes. And he refers to you as my arm candy. She's like that. She thought that was a good answer. There goes my $37 can of juice, which Lorelai made my doctor yell at me for. She went to the doctor with me in the morning and got me in trouble. I've lost 34 pounds in the last 5-6 months. But she told the doctor, he's still drinking too much sugar. Every morning he gets up and has one of those sugar drinks. And I'm like, I hate to tell you this, but my sugary drink only has like 11 grams of sugar in it. And somebody my age and my sex, I'm allowed to have 55 grams total for the day. No, so she convinced the doctor I was, sucking down sugar. Just to make herself feel good. I know why she did it. because the doctor took her. We know the doctor really well. He's a good doctor, a good guy. So I had to tell him I'm going to report him to the doctor reporting agency for taking my wife's side when I'm the one who pays all the bills. So, but. Well, and Jack, let me say this also. You wrote a really big text there. I mean, really, 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 really big text. You know, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4.5 sentences. That's a lot of typing. Oh, don't you have voice to text? Can't you just go? So here's what we're thinking about doing for Thanksgiving. Nobody's welcome. We are going to, we're going to have about 5 people here. We're going to have a very small Thanksgiving. Instead of cooking Thanksgiving, Jack is saying, Bobby is saying, Jack, it's okay, amigo. My amigo, which means my friend. You can tell a stubborn man by if he can cook or not. I can cook, therefore I am not a stubborn man. There you go. I would say this. The best men, the best males who make really good men are males that can cook well, if that makes sense. Because I think if you can cook well, then you can do everything else well. Then it's saying, Bobby, Jack just needs a hug. Jack needs a hug. Everybody needs a hug. Jack needs a dog. Jack needs to get him a little puppy to take care of. Bobby is going to send you a hug, Jack. But Bobby's going to send me some tamales and some enchiladas and whatever else is really good that there's so much Mexican food I really like. So we're going to have Thanksgiving. And what I decided was, I told Lorelai, because we have a couple that's coming over. They're young, they're in their 30s, they're a Filipino couple. And they're both Filipinos, but he's married. And is Sean still here? I forgot to ask Sean. Sorry, I got distracted. Sean, are you awake in the Philippines? Are you starting to get videos put out on your channel? Sean has a bunch of new videos coming out. I'm sorry I got distracted. I wanted to ask him about that. If Sean is still here, let me find, here it is. Sean is putting out some new videos while he's in the Philippines on vacation that I think you guys ought to go check out at some point. You mean like a taco salad, Bobby? Because I didn't know there was I've never seen a Mexican salad or heard of a Mexican salad. But I do think a South, or maybe in America we steal it and say it's a Southwestern salad, one with a little bit of spice, made some tortillas, sliced up and fried on top of it to give it some crunch. Is that what you mean? But they are better than like a Cobb salad. Cobb salad, which is very traditional American, sucks. I do like Mexican food tremendously. It's one of my favorite. I don't do the intestines, but I do really like good Mexican food. I like street tacos as long as it's not the intestines. So I like everything in Mexico. I love the rice. No, I don't eat American white rice or Filipino white rice. I don't do that. And Dennis is saying, especially the candy is especially sweet down under, south of the border. So I told my wife and her friends the other day, said, look, if you want to do Thanksgiving, that's fine. If you don't want to go out. And I told them, I said, but I don't know why you guys want American food for Thanksgiving. Why don't you just cook your favorite Filipino foods? There's only, and another older friend of mine that's gonna come over, but he likes Asian food. And I told him, I said, why don't you guys just cook your favorite food from home? And because I don't eat that much, I know I'm fat and I look like I eat a lot, but I don't like, I don't eat traditional Thanksgiving meals. Don't really interest me. I'm not a big fan in it. Yes, the arm candy is on the right side of the border. Well, we all know American women just are at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to time for picking. If you're smart, you would look at them last, unless it's a matter of convenience. So, especially these days, we got so many of them that are so unhappy about their situation because they can't get a real man now, and they don't understand why they can't get a good man, and they won't look in the mirror and go, and it doesn't have anything, there's a lot of beautiful American women, but they're not great to be around. They're just not. So I told the Filipinos, you guys go ahead and work up a menu for your, no. So they came back a couple days later and said, no, they want to eat American Thanksgiving. And it may be the fact that the woman, how much for the woman? This is her second Thanksgiving in America. She's a nurse. She got married to the other Filipino gentleman, our good friend. So maybe she wants to try a traditional American Thanksgiving, which is fine, 'cause, you know. And so what we decided to do is I'm going to order it, and I want your opinion on this. Canada and U.S. women have, yes, completion for short hair and fucked up attitudes. You got that right. They want to wear the pants. They want to be the boss. They want to make you their employee. And then they want to bitch and complain that you're not doing it right, whether you are or you're not. They are not happy people. And they're not happy based on them own. That's on their own. So I'm going to pull this up and tell you what we're thinking about doing. So instead of me cooking, since I am the only one who knows what an American Thanksgiving really is, instead of me cooking a bunch of Thanksgiving food, Bobby, I think Jack got mad at us and left again. He does that a lot. Well, he was here the other night. Kiko was. You know, it was his birthday on Halloween. So we all wished him a great big happy birthday. Jack is learning to cook. Jack is Googling medical advice, you know. He's doing well. Oh, if you didn't know, Craig had a loss in the family, so he hasn't been around this week. I talked to him early in the week, and he just stopped in for a couple of minutes and said to let everybody know that he had a major loss. And I didn't get into details with him, but he had a loss in the family, and he wasn't going to be around this week. So, you know, but Kiko was doing fine. He sent us a picture of his birthday cake, his birthday cookie. His wife, I guess, got him a cookie. And he said his wife was going to Chicago this week to hang out with the girls. So maybe that was his birthday present, get rid of the wife for a weekend. Bobby is saying, oh, Jack, me so sorry. I am sorry. I joke a lot. Me did not know you like my accent. I'm trying to do a hybrid accent there. I don't know you were sensitive. I am so sorry, Senor Jack. That's not a very good accent, is it? Yeah, Jack can be a little sensitive. All right, so here's what I can have for $100. You guys ready for this? So this serves up to 6 to 8, not 68, 6 to 8, you know. More than 5, less than 9. For $99, not including tax. So throw another $10 on there for tax. We can have everything's fully cooked. It comes frozen, not frozen, but cold. And so I pick it up the day before, bring it home, warm it up, and we're good to eat. We can get a 10 to 12 pound Martha Hart fully cooked turkey, a dozen of our very best Martha Hart rolls, which in this part of the country are kind of famous. They are really good. 2 pounds of homestyle cornbread dressing, yeah. 2 pounds of broccoli rice casserole, 1 pound of homestyle gravy, a 12-ounce dish of cranberry orange relish, and 1 8-inch pumpkin pie. And of course, you can add all kinds of sides to it for an additional amount of money if you wish. So do we think that would be worth $100? It's all cooked. I order it, I pick it up, bring it home, put it in our own dishes, and I warm it up. Bobby says, Dennis, Jack is missing the Red Horse. Well, he's back on the Pilsner, beer. So your senior was fine, but the rest sounded like Asian. That's good. Because I think I was trying to sound like a German, so. Radown, that's how you pronounce that. Freedom from Palestine, for Palestine. All right, well, everybody has their opinion about the politics of the world, and I hold it against nobody. Osama bin Laden. No, hello, do you know my name? Hello, do you know my name? Do you dream of me in the night? We have 37 children, and I have 72 wives. Some of them are not very good wives, and they don't have any kids. So I've been thinking about trading them in for better ones, is what I've been thinking. Oh, wow, Google let him say it, but blocked you. That's funny. Maybe because they know that you have the Spanish thing going on. And they're going to, Osama says, I have 50 cents a life. That's great. I'm very happy for you. Dennis, why was that? Oh, Jack timed you out, Dennis. Jack timed you out, Dennis, for 86 seconds. Dennis, and Jack did it because Dennis said yes, but Jack got offended when I called him out on RH, that's Red Horse. He denied he was drinking it again. He's not drinking Red Horse, he's drinking coffee and other stuff. And so he withdraws. Nobody's trashing you, Jack, nobody's trashing you. Osama says, what about 9/11? What about 9/11? It's 10:24 a.m. here, so you're not even close to what time it is here. Senor Jack, thank you for coming back. I am sorry, my amigo. Amigo means friend, and mi amigo means my amigo. See, I pay attention, I study, I take notes, I learn. I'm becoming a better human being because of you guys. Me, I'm being a better human being. Jack, I haven't drank Red Horse since early February. I don't suffer from withdrawals. I suffer from withdrawals every day. Especially when they get lost in my house. Osama is asking, did you vote? Of course, absolutely, 100%. I did. And I think next time I vote, I'm gonna write myself in on every ballot, everything, even the ones that has nothing to do with people. We had a ballot about casinos in Arkansas, and so I thought about scratching it out and putting my name in. Bobby says, I'm thinking I got to go to McDonald's and get some decaf coffee. Sanders is saying, don't worry, Jack, I'll drink the Red Horse for you. I have one Red Horse left that James sent me, so I've been savoring it. I need to check the expiration date, make sure it doesn't go bad before I get around to drinking it. But I like Red Horse. I enjoy Red Horse. I shared it at our tropical party. I broke out a couple bottles, or the couple of the cans James sent me, and I poured cups of it around to everybody who hadn't had it before, and shared it with the other Americans. And some of the Americans were pussies and they couldn't handle it. You know, they wanted to drink their pussy Corona beer, their piss water Bud Light, and their gay Miller Lite beer. They didn't have the stones to drink real good beer. Osama says, I think you have to be president. I agree. I would not make a good president. I can tell you that. Senor, what is your name? I go by David. My name is David. No big secret. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. HTN is in the house. Morning, everybody. Can't stay long today. Yeah, we're not going to be on here super long. The Razorback game starts in a while. If I can find it pirated on YouTube, I can watch it. I don't have cable television because I'm too poor. So I'm going to have to steal it off of the internet. And then Lorelai and I got a bunch of running around to do today. But Henry, we appreciate you being here. Dennis was asking about you earlier. I'd rather have a Bud Ice. Bud Ice. I actually don't know what that is, Jack, to be honest. Nice to meet you too, Bobby. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Obama David is president of the club. There you go. I am the president of the club. I'm actually president of the PAC. That's right. PAC. And I am the man, the myth, the legend. The hat wearing, the tropical shirt wearing, the style and the profile and wristwatch wearing, MF of the land. Bobby's hoping you feel better there, Senor Jack. Henry is saying, hey, Jack. It's better than saying, hi, Jack, because I might get you arrested in airports. Jack says, hopefully I'll be better in the morning. Hopefully I'll be better when I'm, better. Got to go look at a 69 Corvette. Nice. They're too small. Henry, I don't know if you and I can get in a 69 Corvette. Or get out of them. Maybe we can get in, but I don't know if we can get out. Those 69s, and all through like 77, 78, man, they're little bitty things. I really got an affinity for the 77 Corvette. But man, I don't know, I would never own one because I don't think I'd ever get in and out of it. So Jack is asking what you're up to. He's going to go Corvette hunting. We're going to go grocery hunting later today. We got to go buy harps, order our Thanksgiving meal, and then we need to go to Walmart and buy some food. Oh, you're going to go see what's wrong with it. All right. That makes sense. Because look, I know I'd never be able to get out of one of those damn cars. Yeah. Jack's reminding you, Henry, which I'm sure Henry knows, if they were talking about it being a matching numbers car, then the block, the body, and everything, the numbers all need to. But I think he's going to go work on it, is what it sounds like, Jack. He's getting ready to go working. Jack's going to go grocery shopping in his sleep later. I always find that if I grocery shop in my sleep, I buy too much. So I highly encourage you not to do that. Do it when you're awake. Just saying. I can put in a, oh, Henry says, I can get in, but getting out is a pain. Yeah, that's the reason I got rid of my Mustang GT, man. You know, getting, the doors are big enough, but just, they're so low to the ground anymore. Jesus Christ, you know? I need a convertible. That's why, what I really would like to have is an older Jeep that has street tires on it. That's normal height, where you just get in and get out, so that you don't got to jump up or sink in. And so someday when we get down to Alabama, I told Lorelai and I agree, we're gonna find an older Jeep, one that we can just put street tires on, lower it, make it normal, and that we can just drive around on the coast and use a bimini top and enjoy it like a convertible, because I'm not getting in and out, I'm not getting younger. So stepping into these convertibles and trying to get the hell back out of them, man, just too much work. Jack says, I miss working on cars. Well, Jack, there's a lot of cars in the Philippines. Just get some tools, go out into your neighborhood and start working on people's cars. You know, if they ask what you're doing, saying, look, the person over there told me that I had to fix this and you owe me, 1,000 pesos. So I fixed it. Where's my 1,000 pesos? Maybe that's a good side hustle, you know? Yep, and bets, you fall in it and roll out. I know, and I just can't do that anymore. Even the Mustang, we had a 2010 Mustang. That was the year they slanted the taillights like this. A gold and black one. Absolutely loved it. Powerful, good car. Getting out of it was a bitch. Be nice to Jack. He's not feeling well. Well, we are. I was just trying to help him out. I was nice to Jack. This one's all original, including original paint. Wow, it's a beautiful car, but he's got an electrical issue somewhere and got to see if he can track it down to figure out what's going on with it. Okay. Electrical issues in older cars can be extremely tricky. One, they're just not easy to find where all the wear spots, and you know all this, but how the wiring harnesses will vibrate over years. They can have a slight short in them, but there's so many little places, that they're not as protected. The wiring harnesses are not as protected as well as they are in more modern cars. Modern cars, they're wrapped up a whole lot more tighter, and there's more insulation around the cables. But older cars, they didn't care. They didn't care to do that. So, but at least you get to check it out anyway, and give you something to do, kill some time. I need to, I found somebody to work on my truck for me, my 2 back doors. And I need to get the parts ordered for that. I need to do that this next week. And then I'll give him a couple $100 for putting in those 2 cables in my back doors. I talked to him at the Halloween party. He's the guy that I know that's the Harley Davidson mechanic. And I told him, I said, I know it's not what you do for a living every day working on, but he restores cars and stuff. And I know that they could use some coin. So, sure you can do it. I told him I can drop the truck off, or you can keep it for 3 or 4 days, however long you need to do it, so you don't got to be in a big rush for it. And but the cables are only like $15 each, and I'll pay them. Think a rodent? Yeah, that's a big one. The rodents will get in there and chew those up, without question. Without question. We had at one of my other houses, it was really weird. And this is a lesson I've learned, is I don't buy brand new fancy trucks anymore, just so they can sit in my parking lot or my driveway and look pretty. I don't do it anymore. But the Chevy I had back some years ago, I bought brand new when I retired, it sat in the driveway so long. We had sparrows making nests in the Chevy grill, the Chevy Silverado. It was a 2016 model, I think, fully loaded Silverado. But the way the grid was, it has kind of like a honeycomb grill, and the birds were making nests. in all those little pockets in the grill because I only drove it when I took the boat fishing. Other than that, it just sat there for weeks at a time. So, so one day I got the water hose out and started soaking out the boat. Hey, settle down, come here. Come here, come here. It's okay, Lily. Did you hurt yourself? Are you okay? Come here. What's wrong? Huh? You okay? I know, sweetie. You alright? What happened? Did you hurt yourself? Yeah? Alright. Could be easy fix and easy money. I agree with that. My poor dog, something happened. You okay, Lily? Lily's the one with the eye problem and all of that good stuff. So I don't know what she did. Maybe I think her cone of shame got caught on the door jamb as she came in and she hurt herself. So let me rub her cheeks and make her feel better. Yeah, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm going to go take care of my two dogs real quick. Make sure, get them outside for a little bit and give everybody some medicine. So we appreciate everybody being here. Thank you all. And we might catch you tonight or tomorrow morning, tomorrow Sunday. So it might be in the morning. But Henry, Jack, Bobby, Dennis, everybody, once again, appreciate you being here. Sean, we'll watch your channel a little bit later today. So take care, and we will see you guys later on.